Hello and welcome to Rightbus Life Coaching channel. Here's a personal growth question. When you look at a rose, do you see a rose with thorns or do you see thorns with a rose? Well, it's all to do with our attitude to gratitude, and I'll be explaining why a good attitude is essential for your well-being and for goal setting. Oh yes, and I'll also show you how to document everything for which you're thankful using a rather fishy looking drawing. I'll be back after the opening titles, and in the meantime, are you on the right bus? Hello and welcome back. So here we are talking all matters life coaching. My name is Mervin Straughan, creator of the 3 Journeys life coaching system, and I'm also the author of the self-help guide Imagine Life as 3 Bus Journeys. It was the 19th century French author and journalist Alphonse Karr who said, "Some people grumble that roses have thorns. I'm grateful that thorns have roses." So what's your attitude to gratitude? Do you find something to be grateful for, or do you find fault with it? For most of us, it can be a big challenge attempting to operate at high octane energy and motivation levels, especially when despondency creeps in and sabotages what we're doing. So what can we do about it? Well, we know that being thankful for what we have, no matter how small, can help a great deal. We know from research that gratitude is good for our happiness. That's because it boosts our psychological and physical well-being. We also know that it can help to counter stress and provide a positive outlook on which to establish our goal setting. And this is really important because when we want to bring about a major change in our life, it helps enormously if we've got a positive base on which to build. Dr. Robert A. Emmons, the author of the Little Book of Gratitude, has done a lot of work in this area and argues that even in the face of adversity, gratitude has a huge role to play because it can help us to see the big picture and to avoid being overwhelmed by our setbacks. Indeed, it can even give us the motivation to tackle our challenges head on. Some people express their gratitude through a silent conversation last thing before they go to sleep. However, because of the limits of our short-term memory, sometimes we forget everything for which we're grateful. I'm going to suggest that we get everything for which we're thankful down on paper, and to do this we're going to draw a fishbone. Not any old fishbone, but a tuna fishbone, and I'll explain why in a moment. This is going to be our Grati-tuna. It's fun, easy, so stick with us. When we draw a simple tuna fishbone, pay attention to the fact that there are 3 distinct areas of bones. You'll see on the top half of the fish there's a long arc of bones, while on the lower half there are 2 separate areas of bones, a series of short ones on the left and another arc of bones on the right. Now this is all going to work great because it provides us with 3 areas where we can note 3 different types of gratitude or special memory. So, starting with the top half, I'd like you to note against each bone 1 thing for which you're grateful at this point in life. Now if material things come to mind, that's fine as long as you turn them into positive experiences. What do I mean by that? Well, rather than thinking of a nice house because it keeps up with the Joneses, think instead of a home that provides shelter and warmth and a place where the family can grow. And think of all those family birthdays and festive celebrations. Similarly, rather than note down your nice new car simply for the reason that it's the most up-to-date model, think instead of how this vehicle liberates you so that you can travel to places you need to get to and want to visit. Right, now let's turn our attention to those short bones on the lower half, and for this I'd like you to think of any small objects around you that evoke special memories. For instance, I've got a rather nice smooth pebble that reminds me of a fabulous beach holiday I once had on a Scottish island, and I've also got the stub of a ticket from a truly memorable concert. Looking now at the right hand side of the lower part, we're going to note down all those top treasured memories we have that would keep us sustained if we were stranded on a desert island. We can add to this tuna fish drawing, or we can draw a fresh one each time we want to capture something new for which we're grateful. Now, one of the things you'll notice each time you draw your Grati-tuna is that it moves you to a positive state. Indeed, you might actually be surprised at just how much there is to appreciate. So the big question is, if you've got a healthy looking list of things for which to be thankful, just imagine how much more there's going to be as you continue your journey in a much more positive and motivated way. Well, that's all for this latest video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Do remember to press that subscribe button, and in the meantime, enjoy the journey.